Hi, my name is Dustin Downey. I'm the new sergeant here at the Frazier Park Substation. I'm replacing Mark Brown, who's leaving the substation after about 6.5 years. He's done a wonderful job here in the community of Frazier Park, and I definitely have some big shoes to fill. I've been waiting for this assignment to come open for several years, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to work with the community, and plan on being here for several years. I have a lot to learn about how the substation runs, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure everything out. Um, but I do have an open door policy, so I invite anyone from the community who would like to come in and chat with me to, by all means, come in, and I'd be more than happy to sit down with you and discuss any issues that you have with the community.
Sergeant Downey, tell us a little bit about your background, particularly with the Kern County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, well, I've been with the Sheriff's Office for 18 years. I've spent the majority of that time working in the Bakersfield area, both as in patrol and also in specialized units. I spent about 7 years working specialized units in gangs, narcotics, and plainclothes detective type work.
So then, if you come from let's say, a little more active environment like Metro Bakersfield, what makes you interested to come to these kind of isolated or rural mountain areas? What are your expectations for this community?
Well, what you just described is exactly what I'm looking um, for this point in my career in law enforcement. You have to understand, working in an area like Bakersfield where there's high crime rate, high gang activity, lots of narcotics activity, and our current staffing levels down there, uh, you can never really solve problems. You're going around and you're just putting out fires and putting band-aids on things and then moving on to the next issue. Uh, a community like this, where there's not a high crime rate, there's not a lot of drug activity and gang activity. When there are issues, you can actually work with those issues and solve problems instead of just run to a call, take a report, and then run to the next call. So this is exactly the kind of environment that I'm looking for after 18 years of working in the Bakersfield area.
So, from what I hear, you are also more interested, or perhaps I may say, a fan of community policing, knowing that community policing can be very successful in prevention, indeed.
Absolutely. Early on in my career, when I was a young deputy, I thought I could save the world and solve crime and rid the world of all the bad people all by myself. I didn't think I needed the community at that point in my career to help me. Throughout the course of my 18 years, my opinion of that has completely changed 180 degrees. And now I understand that there's no way that we as law enforcement can solve problems without involving the community. So I'm definitely community oriented. Um, I believe in community oriented policing, and I believe in working with the community.
Under Sergeant Brown's leadership, the deputies, all of the deputies that worked under him, had a very good stand with the community. They were very well respected. There was always a very, yeah, I would say, respectful and kind relationship between the community and the deputies, and even the shady characters. So the kind of a peaceful environment that you rarely find. So my question also, you mentioned your open door policy. Are you also going to do kind of an outreach to the community organizations, visit the schools, the library, businesses, and so on? Is that also part of your plan?
Absolutely. Um, it's gonna take me a little bit of time to really. I've got some big shoes to fill because Sergeant Mark Brown really did an excellent job um, up here in the 6.5 years he was here. He worked really well with the community. Um, I want to continue doing everything that he has. I want to build on everything that he's already established. My plan is to get out in the community. I do want to make my rounds, introduce myself to all the business owners, you know, and just get out and just talk to people. Go to the schools, go to community meetings, anything that comes up, and just be a good representation for the sheriff's office, and just try to show people here that I'm all about working with the community, and I'm going to push that with my deputies too. I know Mark Brown has done that. He's done a great job of that, and I'm going to just continue doing that same progress.
Thank you very much. That was Dustin Downey, the new sergeant at the Frazier Park Substation for the Kern County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you.
You're